Hello, everybody. Welcome back up here. And on the day of astrology and the wisdom for you. Looking at the charts in there, there's some a lot of things that goes on. As I said, Neptune is going to be stopping in the sky, so he's right now stationary. That can cause like slowdowns, calm down. That can cause of this energies. You can feel like internal chill, relax. In a positive way, that can be very, very helpful because it's needed. Because Neptune is working with Pluto; those two are dancing together. With this sextile, has been for a while. The transformations that it's needed to be. That can affect things of the subconsciousness in there. You may gonna feel lethargic or this late spring tiredness in there. And that is because of the process of the shift that is happening. Once he moves retrograde, things is gonna get better. We're gonna be doing a lot of powerful review of the last year. But talking about this, the moon today is gonna be shifting to Taurus. She is currently still at Aries. Talking about things that needs to be healed, things that needs to be situations. And soon as she's gonna be moving to Taurus, talking about money, talking about real estate, talking about typical material three-dimensional stuff can create a lot of pressure because that is going to be squaring Mercury, but it is going to be squaring Pluto. And Mercury opposing Pluto, it is about you have not changed, you have not done this, you have not done that. Please don't take that energies to somebody else, but look at the changes that you need to do within you. Okay. Don't push that energies in there, that intensity over the authority to it, because the moon is going to have a nice, great sextile beginning with the sun. Okay. If there is issues and so on, take it easy, calm down. Because usually when the moon squares Mercury, there is this desire of sending those what we call it nasty grams in there. But squaring Pluto, that is mean that you have not changed something. Something has to be reviewed, and the problem is gonna comes in with you, whatever the situations that may be in your case for it. That could be all the way from making money with your boss and you have conversations and so on thinking about your job, all the way to creating something within the material world. So kind of like a today refrain from all this to it, stay away from it because that is going to be energy that it comes in intense. Take your time with the authority and later on in the afternoon, that energy to be worked out, but don't bring it into the relationship, like forcing it or force your intuition or use the intuitions to forcing things to happen. Okay, don't do that. All right, so this is going to be kind of like a coming energy at 7 o'clock in the morning. As you see at the moon right here at the top, is squaring Pluto and it's squaring Mercury. Ascendant is at Leo, opposing Pluto. It's like, and also squaring Chiron and Moon. There is like this desire to control. It's coming like this internal self. I need to control this. I need to get this. But through that, all these energies, Neptune, who is stationing retrograde, it's like, eh, stop. This is kind of like you're going through the road, and there is this guy with the kids, waving the stop sign, but there is no kids, and you're like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "You're not going the right direction. You need to learn a lesson." And This can be a kind of like a challenge for some people, but you need to understand it. Okay, if it's you want to evolve, there is gonna be a problem that you need to find solution. That's how you evolve. Okay, no problems, no solutions, no evolutions. It is what it is. You may not like it what I'm saying, but that's how it goes. All right, talking about 8 o'clock energy, midheaven is going to be focus of that moon. These communications and these transformations, what you have not changed. That is that energy at 8 o'clock I'm talking about is going to come in into. And what do you want to change? First, you want to change where? You want to change things in the material world, thinking that when you change in the material world, you create the environment and so on, you can control and push an environment, things are going to go your way. What it's telling you, you got to be very mindful about the environment. And this is going to be this intense energies around 8 o'clock that's going to come in. But be patient, okay? This is about the time when you're patient. If you guys know, if you're Aries and you've been impatient and you do crazy things and then you feel sorry about it, talking about that, all right? It is the same thing for it. Be mindful what you have in Aries, particularly. And of course, on the other side, it's Libra, the relationship, because these oppositions energies that it's gonna come in, they're gonna be have to be evolved, not really put it down. All right, as 9 o'clock comes in, that ascendant at Leo is gonna give you this trines with the moon. It's like getting at this energy. It's like, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I know how I'm gonna do it, and so on and so on. And the universe, it's like, do you really know what you're doing? So if you're putting your agenda, things not gonna work well. But if using the wisdom inside of it to calm down the intuition, to calm down this intense energies inside of you, basically calming the storm within you. You don't have the fight, and then that fight within you, it's not going to be bringing it towards others because what's in you, it spreads around. Okay, forget about the force of the gravity. All right, ascendant goes into a Virgo. This is where the moon and Mercury, they're gonna come together for a Mercury retrograde. And there, that energy is gonna be remind you about situations is in there. And talking about these energies right now, the moon is looking at like, okay, but how can I calm it down? How can I be able to see it? How can I be able to do it? That is going to be the energy of giving you the answer with under authority. You're authorizing your own paradise or you're authorizing your own hell. That is going to be this pressure that it's going to come. And it's coming from personality. All right. So the good thing here is that Pluto is retrograde. He's like, let me send you back to remind you of unfinished business, what you have not done within you. But at the same time, I'm going to teach you how to do it because he moved forward and he taught you how to do it. Now he's just sending you a reminders. All right. Talking about 11 o'clock energies up here, the ascendant is going to be at Virgo towards Mars. Very beautiful energy, very powerful things in there. The only thing is that square with the ascendant. It's like, but if you not cooperate, if you're not doing this, maybe you're not my friend, maybe this, not that. Are you cooperating? Are you doing the right things? Okay, when you learn to cooperate it, you need to be able to take the yes, but you also have to take the no for an answers and understanding certain things. That is a path of evolution, partnership, and a friendshipness. And this is why Jupiter at Gemini, that's what he's going to be helping you to grow. Currently, he's like, I'm just staying. All right, but when the ascendant or the midheaven, it's trigger him. He is about like grow here, grow there. All right. Don't forget about it. That the lesson of the last new moon was exactly this: are you gonna be maintain the friendshipness that begin the beautiful power of love, of friendshipness that will transforms in where? Into a family. All right, talking about the next hour, that ascendant, it's at Virgo. We see a lot of with the midheaven within Gemini and Neptune and Saturn. They're both actually going to a retrograde right now. For it, you're gonna be seeing it that energies are sending you back. What happened in the past? What happened with this? Maybe some things that's gonna comes into you as a memories. What happened to a friendshipness that end? How did they end? What it was, what it is, and so on and so on. But that is they gonna leading to that healing intuition. It's like, are you doing your things inside of you? This is gonna be the moment when the moon is gonna be actually transiting and shifting into Leo in the next hour, and seeing it of what it needs to be healed, it will help you to understand that in order to heal the physical world, you need to heal the mental, spiritual world within yourself. All right, talking about the next hour, this is going to be more triggers at ascendant at Libra, the balance within the authority. This is a what authority you have. Could be personal authority, could be a father figure, it could be the boss at work, it could be the partner at the family, it could be the spouse. And seeking it for this approval, seeking it for these things. You may want so many things. You may want to do and think and so on, but you need to understand proper communications and proper understanding of what the reality is as it is. It is the best case to go. And this is why when in these cases, this is a like the 2-year-old child that doesn't want to let it go of its mom. This is the 1-year-old that constantly cries it's for asking for its attention because that's how it feels secure. And you want to be secure in the material world, right? Everything to be provided for you. This is how you learn it, where it's provided for you. But this is also you need to learn to provide. Okay? And when do you learn it that energies? You learn it at the age of 14. Because at the age of 2, you don't understand it yet. You can develop some of the traits, but the fully understandings of this, it is about beginning of the 14 year right there. You can't just take, you also have to give. And this is why some of the teenagers, they have some issues with that. When you ask him about something and they're like, no, I don't want to do it. But that is a development stage. 14 years when they learn to cook, to help. That is at the 14 years when you actually learning from examples from mom or dad of life, material life in there. I can talk to you for hours about this, but it is what it is. But we have chart to go through it. So in the next hour, which is this is gonna be at 2 o'clock there, the ascendant that is at Libra is gonna show up where it's not aligned within the family. I mean, this is can create some a lot of issues, but we're talking about Mars and Saturn coming together, and they're like here you have not balanced yourself as authority, you haven't balanced the love in there, and you have not learned how to properly communicate. Deal with it. Make that happen. And when you have these plans, this internal communications and talks, use the divine energies in there. Guess what happened? Mars tells you, calm down, body, everything's gonna be okay. Saturn tells you, don't worry about it, you're gonna go through this, you're gonna be learning it. Everything is cool. Yes, so the divine energies of Mars and Saturn. I mean, that is the power. That is that beautiful, powerful energies that is coming, and it gives you all this within yourself. Okay, that's how you make this happen. And divine is there to show you. Are you gonna be dealing with that energies later on? The moon is already at Taurus. This is a beginning of that time that don't put a pressure about money towards your partner. If you have money problem, get to work. If you have situations about money, real estate or apartments or dealing with the family because of selling lands or any of those to it, please refrain from any actions. Wait to see it, what it is, and so on. How did you end up in this situation is going to be helping you a lot. All right. Maybe the situations are repeating because you have not learned lesson. But refrain from actions is going to be the best case within you. Because if you listen to your intuition is like, I want it, I want it, I want it. And that I want it is going to escalate the next hour as you see that red square. And that wanted, it's coming. But here is the divine that helps. You have another reality that it's coming from Uranus and the Neptune this time. Before that was a Saturn and Mars divine energies. Right now you have Uranus and Neptune right there that tells you it's not the ending things. You need to review things. You need to revise things. I promise you, the things is gonna be okay in the material world as long as you learn how to control yourself. You can't just take. You have to give. You have to learn. You have to process things inside of it within yourself. And those are gonna be kind of like intense energies. Since all this is going towards uh, for it. And hi, Annika. Sure. If you can message me on Facebook, I will call you, see what it is, and I can tell you what you need to it. But you can ask some questions, of course. But look at it inside of it. Be mindful about what you want and what you demand, because the what you want and what you demand maybe is not what you need. Okay. And to maintain this balance, the universe tells you relax, chills out because the moon is going to be meeting Uranus. And this is going to be a very, very beautiful energy. Okay. Very beautiful energy. That's going to happen in 2 days from now. All right. Talking about this mm, for it, Annika, February 3rd, 2009, my date of birth. I'm young, but yep. Let me know what you need, Annika. I can be able to help you out for it. Um, kind of like because this is going to be your date of birth. This is kind of like a personal information here out in the public. Find me on a Facebook. I can give you a 15 minutes overview. Free. Okay. I'm not going to charge you anything about it. To it, if you decide later on you want a personal reading, we can talk about it. But talking about with this chart, Jupiter is in divine energies with the ascendant, and the midheaven is in divine energies with Saturn. That is going to lead you to what you need to learn. And right now, the communications between the moon and the sun, they're going to be very well in there. But the sun is going to be looking like, what is your hidden agenda? And here is, if you have a hidden agenda in there for it, that's going to be kind of like exposed. Why? Because if you have this pressure of putting your agenda is in there, while instead of working on the collective agenda with the partnership and the family, this is what happens in the families is like when the one person has it's only for him. Yeah, I do everything for the family, but there is nothing for me. Yeah, I do all this, but there is nothing for me. When you're in a family, you're working for the collective. There is no I in the team. And this is going to be one of those material learnings is in there. But you need to understand that in the family, they both have to be givers. You can't just to be the one, because that way there is no balance. All right. Talk about the next hour. The energy is going to be a little bit more, but Mars is not going to be happy. It's like, come on, is all the time this, is all the time that, and so on and so on. Jupiter squaring the midheaven and Libra, at Virgo. I'm sorry. That's gonna be. Wait a minute. That's something is not okay. Something is not right, and so on. Why are you pushing so much? What is this? And Mars is gonna be like, I don't like to be pushed. I like the things to be natural in there. Um, I like the things to be more calmed down. I'm okay with Venus. I'm okay with my love. I'm okay with the things that goes on right now. I passed my limitations, and it's like, what is this hurry up? What is this push? And be mindful about those pushes. Don't push the agendas in any way or shape of form. Okay. But if there is an issue, discuss the proper issue in a proper way with the proper visions. And this is why Pluto and Neptune there comes in to help you out with this. All right, the next hour, we're talking about those communications. Scorpio wants to know about things. He wants to investigate, wants to look, wants to get, and this is going to be this divine time that some of you is going to be using these divine energies. It's exposing the problem, or you can just kind of like the divine can expose the real positions is in there, the real if there was a manipulations involved, and so on and so on. But the communication is the key here. Proper way, the proper communication is going to lead to the proper results. Improper communications. Oh my God, you're talking about you calling for a disaster. You haven't changed in there. And here it's Saturn, it's coming against the midheaven. And it's like, nope, no, we're not doing this. We're done. My limitations, and so on and so on. Okay. So this is going to be a tough things to do. But that's how the energy is calling for you to learn and you practice your authority of these powerful energies to understanding and evolving from it. The problem it is okay, we have money issue, real estate issue, bank issue, or whatever issues we have. But for this issue, we need to understand the roots, and from those roots, we are going to be evolving. And that way, we're going to win. That is the path. Okay? But if there is no problem, there is nothing to resolve, and there is nothing to grow. All right. I was talking about that midheaven that you're going to be dealing with that authority and so on and so on. There is no balance within these positions, isn't there? But the growth is going to be because you're looking for that final growth that's going to make the balance. But not a proper way of authority or not a proper way of you to get this love inside of you in there. If these things are done without love, doesn't really matter. You can buy a castle, but if there is no love in this castle, it's just the cold stones. Okay, but if you getting this castle, it's like, you know what? Let's put the love in this. Don't worry about it. If there is a problem, there is an issue, we're gonna figure it out. Let's put our heads together. That's a different story. And this is what the authority is gonna be coming in. The authority is gonna see these visions that's gonna come in from the ascendant and divine energies, and that's how it's gonna go to the moon. But what are you gonna do in there within your intuitions? That is entirely up to you. All right, talking about 8 o'clock, that cardinal changes in there. If you manage it, you manage it. If you didn't manage it, you're gonna be putting this pressure for talk. But I wanted this because of it. but I wanted to, or you're gonna be trying to like, can we do like that? Can I do it? Kind of like a twisted, but you to get your own way, because that energy moved from Aries towards Taurus is when you want and follow your agenda. This is the worst thing that you can do actually for it. Two, because you want to push your own way, and this is a need in there, and the universe says like, you need to see that, you need to seek this. Why are you pushing this on me? What can you do instead of pushing that agenda on me? And this is a cardinal reasons for it. But if you look at it, those cardinal reasons too, Mercury it's in Cancer, and midheaven is at Libra, while Pluto is at Aquarius, and the Moon is at Taurus. You have to find a new way. And the new way, first of all, it's to calm down and have proper, calm down communications. And this is what the universe has for you. All right, talking about 9 o'clock, you already know this energy. That's Scorpio's energy that comes in. It wants to know, investigate, and everything. Put the love in there. But oppositions with Mars and Venus, Mars and the Moon, I'm sorry, that is gonna comes in. That Scorpio knows the things that coming before they even comes. They know that if there is a hidden agenda, where is it coming? But they also have to look at it deeply inside of it and themselves, if that drives them to a situations that they should not be. Talking about emotional side, and if the emotions been involved within these situations isn't there, the only way they can get through it is love and proper authority. Okay, that midheaven, it's coming to tell you this is how we do it. That's the mature way to do it. The immaturity is go and be jumpy and grumpy and yelling and screaming and be this little kid when you are probably your 30s, 40s, and so on, and not controlling that inner child within yourself that wants. See what you can do. See what you can talk. See can you to have this deep maturity. That's what the family is about. Not screaming and yelling and so on. And hopefully you don't have a family scandals over this, because that moon, Mercury, it's actually says, troubles at home. All right, so talking about the 10 o'clock energies, good communications, that's going to be a good proper things that it needs to be. Ascendant that it's in the Capricorn says like the work needs to be done. But if there is no communications, if there is no transformations, how would this it wants to be happen? You need to change. And with that, finally, the intuition begins to trump that communications. Be mindful about this, because when the moon and Mercury drop off from intense communications, this can leading into I don't want to talk about it. Enough. It's done. But you go into this passive aggressiveness within yourself. You shut it down. You close down in there, and this is what this Pluto square and this opposition towards Mercury is gonna be talking about. There is something been done properly with this. And the sun and the moon, they're gonna be having their own energies. And what is the focus right now within the authority? Actions. What is the actions needs to be told? So basically, if the intuition says like, "Hi, we have this problem here with these material situations, with this 3D life," the authority knows how to do it as long as you listen. If you don't listen, you put in your agendas in there. Guess what? Here's a problem. You do not cooperate. That's positions. And here it's coming at 11 o'clock. Divine energies from the ascendant that it's coming from Aquarius, the need for improvement. It's going to be called at the same time the midheaven that it's coming from Sag. You saw it, that's coming. in the afternoon when the midheaven was in that spot with the ascendant, is that with the divine in there, calming down the mind and let the spirit inside of you, let the souls talking inside of you, that is going to be the best case you do today. If you've done it, if you've done the proper energy, this is going to help you to have a very, very good day tomorrow. Okay. This is going to be energy of, I'm going to be giving you this 24 hours up in there to it, because the moon and Mars, they're gonna come together, working with Saturn, working with Venus and the Sun. You're basically gonna be able to do it with love, okay? But if you haven't, that ascendant of Aquarius is gonna be going rebellious, and this is when the people start getting in this wrong rebellion within themselves. All right, guys, but that more about this tomorrow. So that's what it was, the astrogravitational report, guys. Thank you so much. If you have so many questions, you can answer. You can ask right now. If there is no questions, let's share the love and the light. And I'll be back tomorrow talking to you about astrology and wisdom for you. And here, some smiley face and love for you guys. Be love, and I will see you tomorrow.